Hi everyone, and welcome to the beginning of another reading vlog. So I'm continuing my read of The Wheel of Time with The Fires of Heaven. You might notice I definitely forgot to film an intro again. So I'm already like halfway through. Oops, I don't know why I can't just film an intro at the beginning, but it's not really working. I don't know. I'm filming an intro now. It's fine. I really enjoyed The Shadow Rising. I've generally really enjoyed The Wheel of Time so far. So I was super excited to start Fires of Heaven, and I've, spoiler alert, been enjoying it. So this vlog will once again be spoiler free. I'm still taking notes and gathering all of my thoughts for a spoiler video covering both The Shadow Rising, The Fires of Heaven, and Lord of Chaos. I had a thought. Right, yeah. So if this is the first vlog you're tuning into, I have vlogs on the first 4 books as well, and a spoiler video on the first 3. I've also recently started uploading things on TikTok, and I have some like spoiler and rant videos there as well as I read. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you can check those out as well. But yeah, with that said, let's just get right into this vlog.
I am currently sick on the couch, but reading The Fires of Heaven. I'm on chapter 6, so I'm like 130 something pages in. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. In the beginning, I have honestly no idea like where the story is going for now, because it's very much just follow up on like where are we now from the last book, and mostly, well, not mostly, we've only seen one of the POVs, or at least one of the locations that we were following in the last book, so I don't know how it is with everyone else. And I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm going to keep this reading update short because my throat hurts and talking is not helping. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can lay on the couch and read, but also could I not feel awful at the same time? That would be great. Thank you. Bye. Good morning, Szechuan.
Just checking in with a little reading update. I'm reading Fires of Heaven. I'm about 300 pages in. I just reached chapter 18 last night before falling asleep, and I'm enjoying it. We're following some known POVs, like known storylines, and we're also following a newer one. We've seen the POV before, but we're seeing it more. Now, does that make sense? I'm very interested in where those stories go. I feel like right off the bat, like things are happening. We don't have this bit of a startup that we had in The Shadow Rising, where it was slow pace and we were kind of dealing with the consequences of Dragon Reborn. In this, I feel like we're straight in to the point where I'm like, I have some questions between the books that I feel like weren't answered. By the way, I'm still sick, so if my voice sounds it, that's why. If my hair looks it, that's also why. There is like a one-sided crush situation happening that I am not enjoying. I don't think I'm supposed to be enjoying it. I'm really not. I really hope that it stays one-sided, otherwise I might lose some respect for a character and also like fondness for a character. We'll see. I really hope so. I think I have an idea of where I think the plot is going in The Fires of Heaven. I might be completely wrong, but I feel like there's more hints than we got in The Shadow Rising, where I felt very much like where we're going in the first like half of the book. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I feel like the plot was very much open and there was nothing pointing me in a specific direction. I might just have missed something, you never know. But in this, I feel like I'm catching some hints of where I think the story is going. Might not be where it goes. We'll see. Yeah, but I am really enjoying The Fires of Heaven. I just wish I wasn't sick. So I'm back with another reading update. Definitely just filmed the intro for this vlog, so I figured why not do a reading update at the same time, especially because I just reached the halfway point a bit earlier today. I'm really enjoying the Fires of Heaven. There are some characters that I'm really frustrated with, some situations that I'm super frustrated with, but I feel like it's one of, like, I'm supposed to be, but I have been having some anger at some characters and some frustration, and I've been ranting a bit. I've been needing to get it off of my chest because some of these characters are frustrating me a lot, and there's one character that I know they really, really enjoy that we're not following in this book. I don't know if they'll show up later on, but so far, only heard from other people, like mentions of this character, and I miss them. Miss them so much. So if we don't see them for the last half of the book, I'm assuming we don't, I'll just be looking forward to Lord of Chaos and seeing them there because I miss them. I'm super excited about where the plot is going. I feel like it's going to culminate in like a big epic showdown and like several different showdowns that they might happen in this book or later on, but I feel like there are so many plot threads open and being open, but like also being guided towards each other, and it's good. I'm enjoying it a lot. I have noticed I'm not taking as many notes as I did during the Shadow Rising, so maybe I don't know if I just don't have as many questions or don't have as many like reactions I want to record. Maybe that'll be clear to me when I'm like putting together the spoiler video and looking over all of my notes, because I'm reading this faster than the Shadow Rising, in part because I'm not writing as many things down. Sometimes there's also quite short chapters, which of course also means that I'm not taking as many notes per chapter. That might also be why it feels like I'm not taking as many notes. I can't say for sure, but yeah, we've gotten some new POVs that I'm really enjoying. We're also getting more insight into some of our antagonists, which is interesting, but also makes me want to choke them out. For any who, yeah, chapter 29 had me a little bit shocked. I'm like, okay, well, that I didn't see that coming. So if you know, you know. But anyways, yeah, that was just my little update. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to reading more. Now we're past the halfway point, so I feel like the pacing hasn't been like super slow, but it definitely normally picks up towards the end. So we'll see how. I'm still like, we're still following characters in different areas, going different directions, and I'm still like hoping that some of them will meet up, but we'll see. I don't know. If not, then I guess they'll meet up in a later book if they don't all like die or something, but that would surprise me. It doesn't feel like that kind of book. Like, this isn't Game of Thrones, but I'm enjoying it so far, so I'll be back with another update later. I just read chapter 31. If you know, you know. Back with the reading updates. I have about 150 pages, a bit less left, and I'll admit I've been struggling a little bit, not because I haven't been enjoying what I've been reading, but because I've kind of been a bit slumpy and not stuck, but I made the mistake of trying to read 3 chonky epic fantasies at the same time. I should really know better. So I've kind of been struggling to move forward in the chonkiest of them, but I am enjoying what I'm reading. There is one character that I'm just so annoyed at, and I'm really hoping that they get some kind of like knocked down in some way by the end of this, because I'm so annoyed. Like, every time they open their mouth, I'm just wishing they would not. I feel like some major things have happened in this book, definitely, but I feel like the pace is slow. It might just be the fact that it's taking me so long to read it that makes it feel slow, but definitely, yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of struggling through it. I don't know. It's still like, the plot is still interesting, things happening is still interesting. I've just been struggling a little bit, but I don't think it's the fault of this book in particular. I've just been slumpy in general. So I haven't been reading much this week because I've kind of had to force myself to do so. And that's always a recipe for successful reading, right? But I'm hoping, because I have, a bit less than 150 pages, I'm hoping I can finish this today. That would be really nice, because I feel like the accomplishment of finishing it would give me a serotonin boost, and that would be nice. I feel like I need that. I've also just generally had an off week in general, and I'm heading into, like, it's Friday today. I've been reading this morning before I start working, and brain is freezing. Yeah, so it's Friday today, and we're heading into Easter break next week, which I have off. I do have some work I need to do because I've had an off week, so I haven't gotten everything done that I wanted to get done before the break, but I have a week off. So the time that I won't spend working, the time that I'm spending with family and things and friends, I will be reading most of the time. So I'm looking forward to that. I've also been slacking on YouTube in general a lot because I've just had zero motivation. So that's been a struggle as well. But I'm hoping to bounce back from that during this week as well. We will see. But that was just my quick little reading update before I head into the final part of the book. So I'll be back with my final thoughts. I finished Fires of Heaven. I feel like it's taken me forever to finish this book. I feel like the pace was not. I feel like we slowed down the pace a bit in this book, and I did struggle a bit with it. It's taken me so long to read this that I don't remember what I've talked about in previous updates, so I'm just gonna go over some thoughts, and then when I edit it, we'll see what I've already said and what will be cut out. So I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that, like, there's a POV I'm missing, still missing, hoping they come back in the next book because I miss them. I'm also pretty sure I've talked about being really frustrated with some characters. I'm still really frustrated. I'm really hoping that something happens to turn that around in the next book, because otherwise, like, I got to a point where every time they opened their mouth, I was just rolling my eyes. So I hope we get past that in the next one. The last, like, 150 pages really had me hyped. Like, it's typical, the pace really speeds up, but like the way it ended also has me very excited to move on to book 6. I'm a little bit worried about ending up in a slump if I go like straight into it, but at the same time I also really want to go straight into it. We'll see what I do. I did really enjoy it. I'm gonna end on like 4-star for this one. I enjoyed it, not as much as the Shadow Rising, and I might be the missing POV, I don't know. But I also feel like even though the Shadow Rising was longer, I feel like this like took me more effort to get through. I don't know if that's just me, but I struggled with this one a little bit. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it, because I did. We have several characters where I'm very excited to see what they do. I have a lot of questions. I feel like I've said this for the other books as well, but things happen sometimes quicker than I expect them to, which leaves me wondering what now will be, like, what will then be brought in. And I feel like there were several things that I didn't see coming in this book that surprised me, which is, always a nice feeling. But there were several characters where I just wanted to knock their heads together, and then by the end it wasn't so bad with the other characters, but there was still one character, like the one that I was most frustrated with, who I am still very frustrated with, and I kind of hope they get knocked on their ass, and like, so there is that. I also, because I've been taking notes while reading this, right? And when I was reading The Shadow Rising, I was taking a lot of notes. And I feel like I wasn't taking nearly as many notes for this one, which I think is because there weren't like as many things that I felt were notable, both in my reactions to things, but there's like several chapters where I've noted one thing, like sometimes it was like, oh, I finished this chapter, I need to note something down. Where in The Shadow Rising, I feel like I was constantly taking notes because I was constantly wanting to take notes. Like, there were things I wanted to note down, my reactions to things I wanted to note down, where in this one, I feel like there was just a lot of time where I didn't feel like there was anything that needed to be like remembered, because like, yeah, sure, this chapter happened, okay, moving on. So that might also have been why I struggle with it a little bit. So I think it's like, that the pacing was part of the reason why I was taking less notes, and then like it all just blends together in the reasons why I didn't enjoy this one as much as I enjoyed The Shadow Rising. But I'm still continuing on to Lord of Chaos. I'm very excited for that one. So I don't know if I'm alone in this feeling, like, or if people enjoy Fires of Heaven more than Shadow Rising normally. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've read it, because I'm kind of curious if it's a me thing, or because you would think like it is a bit shorter, like it's 100 pages shorter than Shadow Rising, right? So you would think that this one would feel faster, but it did not for me, at least. Either way, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments if you've read it. Thank you for watching till the end of this vlog. It's been a bit of a mess, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.